Hello and welcome back to our continuing settlement survival extreme map playthrough requested by my subscribers. Yes, we're on episode 5. Yeah, it's already been 5 episodes. Can you believe that? Yeah. And just look at what we're getting done. Even after my brutal mistake at the beginning of the map, things are starting to look up. And you're probably looking at the top left of the screen. Oh, yeah, Larry, they're looking up real great. You don't have any food. It's like, I know. It is what it is. And we'll have food soon. People are going to be a little unhappy with me, but hey, what the heck? Why not? So I'll try to get a little bit of food in here while they're doing their thing. We're not going to get much, but we'll get some. And yeah, there's no herbs over here. So yeah, we're not going to get very much. They're going to be like, really? This is what you're giving us. So hopefully our hunters will come through and drop some animals on the dinner plate there, dinner table. And we are getting some goose stuff, so not too bad. And yeah, see, they're already showing their displeasure with our red health, so that is no good. And of course, they're taking with what they can. And what is in there that they're eating? I don't know what it is, but whatever it was, it's gone. Now, hopefully, okay, they still do have some food in here. And no, we don't have any food there. So yeah, they're going to get a little testy. What about in here? Yeah, I don't think they're going to eat beeswax. So, oh well, it is what it is. And they're already starting to harvest, so that is going to get some food in here. Not much, but I think it'll get us through the winter time. So we only have, 64 people? So it'll be okay. At least I hope it'll be okay. Now, the one good thing that we do have going for us, at least we did have going for us, is we did have lumber at one point in time, and we were building houses. So we will try to help that out a little bit, and we will chew up some trees over here, and we'll get this taken care of. And we're out of coal, but we're out of coal because I only have 3 people working over here, and that's just not enough. And so I am going to take one of the people that we have as laborers and add somebody in here. I would like to add more, but I have to take into account people dying. So we do need to have extra people. And if I cut back our hunters, well, then that's less food. If I cut back our repair people, then important buildings that I need are going to fall apart. So it is one of those catch-22s. And of course, since this has hit its limit, we can go ahead and turn off the textile and turn this on for a short time. And that will at least keep us getting close. Now, our water is getting hit hard because the distillery was turned off, and they're not happy clams right now. So there's not much I can do about that. And with the flax, I could probably change the field over for a season to get us through this lean time, but it is what it is. So right now, the only thing, since we have a skill point coming up, what is going to be our best option? Now, I could turn us into with fermenting, and if we grew instead of agave, we grew oats. But then the big problem is people are going to want to eat that, and that's going to get us into trouble. Now, we can't build the heating because, of course, we don't have the skills required. So if I go into mining, all of these are going to take people that we don't have. And there is no immigrants on the radar right now. So it's just like, ooh, what is going to be our best thing that we can do? Now, if we improve our education, i.e. get paper, we could get people out doing what they need to do. And in education, we don't have paper yet, but we'd have to go into processing, or we'd have to go into agriculture, and we'd have to start getting reeds. I think that is going to be our smartest bet, because if we could get reeds going, then we could in turn get our education going quicker. So let's see if we can get any reeds going on this side of the river, because we're going to have to cross the river soon. There's just no ifs, ands, buts about it. We're going to have to do that. So we don't want professional students. And in order for us not to have professional students, well, we have to use paper to get us out of that. And so that is what we're going to attempt to do. And that's about as far as we can go here. So I'll pause this one so they don't try to build it, but we do need this one. And unfortunately, it's going to be a funky road. Now, another thing that we're going to have to tackle is we are going to have to get some sort of things going for steel and all that other fun stuff. But unfortunately, it's going to come down to the amount of people that we have. Now, we do have 6, so that is good. And I know it might sound crazy, but we need to actually get our coal production going, because we don't want frozen people. And right now, that's all we have going for us are frozen people. That's not going to do us any good. Now, another thing, we're going to want to increase our geese population, and we're going to want to increase our alpaca population, but we can only do so much at a time. And right now, we need, since we have empty housing, we need to get these tents replaced. Now, do I have the recycle skill? Yes, I do. So material-wise, it's not going to hit us too hard every time I take one of these things down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get all these tents replaced. It is what it is. And I am going to put another boiler right here. We're going to remove those tents and put a boiler there, because I want the coverage. So now we have that. But we don't have any stone. Stone's going to be an Achilles heel of ours. So that is something we're going to have to add. And I'm thinking, I usually like placing my big items like that over here. But we're so far over to the west that in order for us to do that, we would need a bunch of immigrants, and I'd have to start an area over here. And believe it or not, I'm thinking of doing that. But right now it's 102 degrees. We have 2 people. So we need stone, and we just don't have any stone close to us. That means we're going to have to put some type of storage over here, and hopefully we can get some stone. So since we have that, let's go ahead and let's mine out the rocks. And yeah, we're going to also have to take on the iron. So let's go ahead and we'll highlight that stuff and get that going. It's a long trip for them, so it's not going to help us very much. And, you know, it is what it is. But we're moving forward. And now that we have immigrants in sight, this is probably going to be the time to where it's going to be good to plan this thing out and get us what we need. So this is going to be a main road coming in. So I hate building these things. So let me pause this. I don't want them wasting a ton of their time coming out here. So this is how I advance plan. Now we're going to take this and let's go ahead and eliminate that, because then I don't have to worry about them trying to build over here. And please tell me I have the skill. Okay, we have the small marketplace. So where would it, about right here is where I'm thinking. So we can put that one there. And this is where you typically want to put your repair shop in, because it's in line with this. And then we want to put the builder's cabin here. Now, when we start to grow, what I'm going to do is this eventually is going to get replaced with a water well, but not right now. So we have this, and next what we want to get into is the church, which is a 6x8, and it's going to be kind of funky because it's not going to totally fill up our spot. So what I want to do is I'm going to place it right here, and that road is going to come through here. Okay. And since we're going to have a well here, God, one wide doesn't really cut it for us, does it? Yeah, that's just not working out. But it is what it is. And so we will go ahead and think about put the road right here, right next to it. And let's see if, let's take the hunting cabin. And the reason why I'm using the hunting cabin is just for a spacer. So that's 6. Okay. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is come over here and we're going to put the boiler room in, because this isn't going to be a huge settlement area. So this will give us decent coverage for all these buildings. And then let's go ahead and put let's go ahead and put the hunter's hut right here, because it is the same size as the church, which we want for the bathhouse. So it's just easier on my brain to use that as a placeholder for the bathhouse. Now, we have the clinic that we have to deal with, but let's deal with, we're going to need some housing for all of this. So let's deal with the housing. So we will go ahead and we'll take this, put this here. Now I'm designing this on the fly, so you're going to have to bear with me. So we put this here like that. And then the housing, what I do is, since you can basically put the repair shops anywhere, I use these things to set up for housing. So if we do this, that is going to be enough room for 2 villas. So we'll do that. That's a 4x4. So let's go ahead and let's put a road here. Oh, let's put a road here. And then we are going to put this housing here, this housing here, and housing right here. Hopefully this is going to be enough room for the quarry, because this is going to be basically all buildings for the quarry. So now we just need the church. Oh wait, we have the church. We're covered there. We need the clinic. So let's go ahead and put the clinic. Let's put the clinic right here. Where do we want the clinic? Yeah, I'm thinking the clinic right here. It's a 6x8 as well. I would love to put the clinic right here. But then again, this is 6. So you know what? We can put the clinic right here. Is this going to give me any extra space with this house? Okay, this is going to work out actually really well. So we'll put that there, and we'll put a storage right here is what I'm thinking. Or since it's a 6, we could actually, let's do this. We'll put a house right here, and it'll actually turn into a villa when we get there. So I'm going to pause all this up, and I'm actually going to erase the roads, because then nothing happens over here. None of my builders are distracted. And when it's time to build this thing, I'll have a mental image. Well, more than a mental image. I'll have basically a blueprint of what we're going to do here. And we will have to put a well out here, and I know that. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll just have to move this. Since these things can be placed anywhere, let's find an area that it insta-places. So let's just put it right there for an insta-place, but we're going to turn it off. So then when it's time to start building all this, life will be good. So we can go ahead and cancel this one, and let's put the well in. So we have our next community that we're going to be building right here. Now, I want to look at one other thing before we move away from this area. And where is this in relation to where the tornadoes are going to come from? So the tornado is going to hit somewhere here and then path off. So this is going to be a good area to start animals in. And then, yeah, let's do that. We're going to turn this area over here, and we'll get the quarries, we'll get the forest, we'll do all that over here, and then we'll start getting the animals started over here. I think that is going to be by far our best move. So now we know how we're going to grow as far as people are concerned. Let's go ahead and get rid of these roads. So now I think I have everything paused so nothing will come over here. Yes. So that's good. We're fine there. So let's go ahead and unpause this and get this thing going again. Now, it's time for my commercial. So if you like content like this, why don't you subscribe? It's no secret that I am trying to become a partner with YouTube. And the only way I can do that is by getting 1,000 subscribers. Doesn't cost you anything, not a dime. Zippo zilch. All it does is, the most annoying thing is my name will go on that big list of yours and a little blue dot will appear. So, that's step number 1. Step number 2, and this is for all YouTubers. If you're watching somebody's video, hit like. If you like their content, please hit like. It allows their channel to grow because the YouTube algorithm is looking for 2 things. Well, actually 3 things, but technically 2. And that is likes and comments. And subscribers also on another level. But every time you hit like, it gives the chance of that video being shared out and promoted by YouTube. So do a small little content creators a favor. Please hit like on the video. And if you want to do even more, then please leave a comment. Even if it's just to say hello, say great episode, whatever. And if you think the video sucked, as far as my channel is concerned, let me know. Tell me how I can improve. I'm not going to get offended. I do this without ego. Plain and simple. I know a lot of people think that's, oh, no, everybody has an ego. No. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I know right off the bat, I've been on this earth long enough, I cannot please everybody. And people will hate me just for my voice. Come on. So you're not going to hurt my feelings if it's a negative comment. But it's still, as far as I'm concerned, it's a comment. That means YouTube's going to like me. Anyway, commercial over. Let's have some more fun. Now, please, immigrants, hurry up and get here, because I only have 2. Now, our food has improved, but unfortunately, we need more food, and we need consistent food. That's why we definitely have to keep our animals growing. And soon as these things cap out, we need to build another one. And that's one of the mistakes I've been making for a while is I forget about the animals. So right now we do need another goose. So even though we don't have the materials for it, I have to build another pasture because we need to keep the food coming in. And so we're going to put in another 10 by 8 right here. And I will pray and wonder, where the hell am I going to get the materials to build this thing? So, and we're going to have to get one of these things built. Because right now we're in the green, but we're growing. And since we are growing, we are going to need more of that. And now, okay, they are out of linen, so we need to turn the linen back on. And they had plenty, so we'll get the linen turned back on, and hopefully they won't burn through clothes too fast. Now, if you noticed, our coal level, was just for a second there. We actually had some. Unfortunately, we don't now. And I am not slowing us down on building. I am going to slow the water production down. How are we doing as far as spirits go? Okay, we're doing fine on spirits. We could actually cut back on our water production. I'm thinking I will cut 1 person, and that's it. And we'll see how bad it hits us. But now that gives us 2 people. That means I could turn this tailor back on, which would be kind of nice to do. But no. Okay, and we do have 2 people in the reed field, so that's a good thing. That means we're going to be able to get paper started soon. And that also means Look at her students. I mean, we do have 14 of them, but the big thing is, what is their age? We cannot afford professional students at this point in time. And this person's 18 at 97%. If we had paper and they were being fed paper all the time, we could probably get them at age 17. And that's what we need right now. We need people. So, and we're out of lumber again. Ugh. Let's see where we can chew some lumber up. But see, this is the one fun thing I love about playing this series is I can make mistakes, and the biggest repercussion I have is, I'm going to have to wait for immigrants to fix it. Where the Extreme Plus series, oh yeah, I make a big mistake, game over. The series will be history. So it's not as nerve-wracking playing this one. I can make some mistakes and, I'm not destroying everything. But this is what's going to hurt us, is which is coming up, and that's a flood. We are not making enough food to get us to deal with the flood. Oh, that is not good. So we're going to have to roll the dice after this season. And, it's already March, so I cannot change the crops. Okay, next season, I know they've lowered the amount of the output of rice. I get that. I understand it. But we are going to have to deal with that. And with the time frame that flood is going to hit us, we're definitely going to need to go rice. So now that we have 6 people, things are looking up. Notice how we've already gone in the red on medicine? Just from the number of people that we have, it is saying no bueno. It's not happy. We are going to have to look at what we can get from our people. Forest farm is definitely, we're going to need that. And we also need stone. So we're going to have to pick up one of these 2. But which one is the less evil? Which one do we need the most of? That is the problem. If I build the quarry, it's going to be too far away. Same thing with the forest farm. It's going to be too far away. So, I do nothing. I am not going to pick a skill when it becomes available. We are going to wait until the immigrants show up. And then we'll determine what we're going to do. Now, there is no reason for me to turn on this. I'm going to let it run, but we're not going to get anything out of it. This is I think if you pick medicinal liquor, you get whiskey, and if you pick whiskey, you get medicinal liquor. So I'm going to pick medicinal liquor, and I think, we get whiskey. So we need to see if I have people banned from it. And let's go over to stock management. We'll go over to alcohol and snacks. We'll go into premium. Okay, I have whiskey banned. Now, one of the reasons why I like banning them from all this, now that we have trading available, check this out. Even though we don't have trading available, we can still see what's going on. And I go ahead and hit for pricing, and we go down and check out alcohol and snacks. We go to premium. Look at this. We'll get 31.5 if we trade with Mal. or we'll get 31.5 with Carlos. Carlos is the first person we're going to trade with. So we're going to get a nice haul from him. But right now, once again, we don't have the people. That's one of the reasons why I'm building all these houses. I'm trying to ignite a population boom, even though right now our food production can't handle it. But that's another reason, and I know you're about ready to say it, fish. Fish and animals are how we're going to power through from starving. And so we're going to take one worker off here just for now, and I need to transfer at least 2 geese out of this pasture. And that's what we're going to do. Now it says we have 15, and it says we have 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this one until we get enough people. Oh, look at the alpaca. So let's go ahead and let's get somebody started on the alpaca. So now we'll start getting wool from them, but we need to build another pasture so we can get some more alpaca going. Now, this is not something you typically see me do. Usually you see me, I put out one big massive pasture. Well, I'm changing things up this time because I want to see if the smaller pens will actually do more for us. Okay, why does this thing look too small? Let me stop this. That looked way too small for a pasture. Why do these things look bigger? Okay, it's just my brain. So 10 by 8, right there. Life is good. Okay, and of course, we're not going to have the lumber to build this. Oh, yeah, we're not going to have the lumber to build this. So we need to get more lumber. And it's July, so let's go ahead and let's have them chew up everything from basically here over. Now, if you notice, I did take stuff from here and I shouldn't have, but we need the trees south of us for all of our, for the sandstorm. Trees are the only thing that slows a sandstorm down. That means that we are going to have to do some other fun things to get things going. Now, this is where I'm going to go ahead and set this thing for 1,000, because if I have to flex this person out, I want to get as much linen built as we possibly can. And I'm going to bring us back down to 2 people because I don't want us getting too low. And right there, I have it set for 300. Now, I don't think they're going to get anything done out of this, but it's looking like there's a possibility because this one's already done. And if they could produce some stuff for us, but it's 40, they might get like 2 or 3 plants harvested before the weather drops. So yeah, it was a total waste of their time to run into this. Oh, they are harvesting. So yeah, but in just a minute, all this is going to disappear. And they went and took a break, and it's gone. So yeah, they managed to get what, 2? Oh, 16. Yay. That's something. Okay, now I need to pull everybody out of here or they're going to freeze to death. And we do not need to be losing anybody over here at this point in time. Now, once again, I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to move 2 of the alpaca transfer 2 over to, wait a minute. Okay, this is pasture 4, alpaca. This is, okay, transfer 2 to pasture 4. There we go. And soon as those things show up, which they're technically there, we're going to close this. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take to get this thing going back up to speed, but I'll go ahead and keep the one person there. And right now we don't have any people. A water fetcher froze. Oh, multiple people froze again. This is just, how many people did we lose? Oh, no, it's saying we have 6. So we've lost multiple people again. This is what's killing me. We need the better clothes. As long, when you're playing an extreme map, it's so hardcore on getting with the weather. So we'll go ahead and accept these. And I don't, please say we have this plague covered. Yes. Oh, thank God. My heart just sank. So how many people? We have 2 citizens that have no housing. So we're going to have to get housing for them or they're going to freeze to death. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw 2 houses in here. And we do have the lumber for it. We do have the iron for it. So life is good. And we had lost our textile worker, but now we have that person back. And we have 11 people. Now, let us do this. We're going to change everything over to rice. And I know they changed the output of rice. So let me put this on pause so we can do this trick here. We'll go rice. How are we doing on agave? Okay, we're going to switch the agave over to rice. And we're going to switch this one over to rice. And how are we doing in flax? Okay, we can go a season without flax, so we'll put this over to rice. I'm hoping this will fix us. Since we got the extra workers, we need to do that. And okay. Let's let this play out. And it's that time, boys and girls. Yes, it is. It is time for the end of this episode. So, depending on where you're at in the world and you see this video, please have a good morning, a good afternoon, or good evening. Hopefully you're happy, healthy, and safe, because every one of us should be. I'm saying it worldwide, okay? We all deserve to have a good time. Anyway, I am Larry, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Don't forget to like it. Bye.